Welcome, everybody, to a Sunday night matchup, Complexity versus Perseverance Esports. My name is Nightfire with two E's, and I will be your sole conductor in today's journey into the competitive space of Breachers. Looking at two new teams this season, Perseverance Esports, a team that definitely has a few fans within the community, plenty of votes coming in for their games consistently. Complexity, a new team that won their first game strongly, 14-1, but looks like they'll be going into this matchup 4 versus 5. Not exactly an ideal situation for the Complexity team, but it does look like we have everyone in lobby, and so I am going to go ahead and give them the ready, and we will jump into the beginning of this series soon enough. Appreciate everyone tuning in and stopping by for the action this afternoon. This is Breachers, the 5 versus 5 search and destroy style game mode, much like the game Rainbow Six Siege, albeit in VR. We have one defending team, one attacking team. And I say 5v5, that's normally what it is. Today's series, not so much. Unfortunate, because there is a couple of really good series that we could have tuned into that are going to get played out today between teams that have already had casts so far this season, but hopefully Complexity can figure out their problems there. I believe they had two of their players that they could have tapped into not able to attend as well. So even their reserves not necessarily available. So it's likely that the 4v5 it's going to be the reality for this Complexity squad, and Perseverance definitely going to be having an advantage throughout the series. You know, it's not exactly what we want to see, you know, but doesn't mean that Complexity are counted out. Does not mean that at all. It certainly does mean, again, though, that they started at a disadvantage, because that bot, well, it can clutch things up for you from time to time, but it doesn't do it very often. Shots ringing out early, and a nice pop there over the top from Ninja. Catches 2 out from Perseverance, but the EMP is down and planted in a quick push from this Perseverance esports team. Has put the Complexity squad on the retake. Big man catches Calendar on the backside. The plant's coming down. Ninja swings out to scoop up one. It's a 1v2 to hold things down, and the EMP ticks down. Another big pickup there. Can they get the third? They do. A massive hold coming in from Energy. Saves it for Perseverance. A quick play and ultimately a solid 1-0 start for the Perseverance squad. Definitely working well as a unit there to get that very early plant. I think it kind of threw off the Complexity team that the EMP had even gone down. Tried to stick the defuse. I think they maybe got 1 or 2 ticks on it, on the defuse, but ultimately, wow, a pretty close round 1. We could be here for 3 maps at this rate, but we will have to see. Perseverance definitely coordinated, pushing in nicely. And I think we saw the bot the other day catch a triple kill, so bots can be dangerous. Into round 2 we go, though, and again, that 4v5 coming in. But, you know, will it be for the entirety of the series, and will it really even end up impacting the team all that much? A site breach is open. They could rotate in a site. Looks like most of them are shifting over to B, though, and Big Man should be running into the action soon. Nice pickup there down the long hallway from Annie. The advance down to A site is underway. Daniel tucked in has a Omen, the bot taking one of the stronger weapons. Double shot's gonna catch the double headshot on the Calendar to take them out, and on the inside, down they'll lose. The bot and 2 players. Puts double shot alone as Energy barrels in. And Perseverance take round 2 quickly. Take a short look at the overall scoreline. Energy out the door with 5 and 2, but kills coming in for Complexity. It's an important note, important stat to track. It does, especially if it's like 5 kills to 10, which is what it is. It's still pretty early, but to have 5 kills in your first 2 losses, that still is solid enough to allow you to buy into this 3rd round, which we do see from Big Man, Wild Memes, and Ninja. Double shot taking the shotgun. And we'll have to see if Perseverance can continue to persevere through on the attacking rounds. Lock in W's. Defense is set up on the outer edge of B site and could be running into some early action if this breach comes in. Big man sees the elbows of Kalendor. Splurge hears those shots. Baker catches a kill. Down goes one with Big Man. There's two more on the corner, but they can't reload in time. Splurge scoops up an on-objective kill, and Wild Memes can't find the double they need. Kalendor gets the EMP plant down. Actually, Annie planting. And Ninja here to defend. Fights down one. EMP still not down. Gonna come down into the 1v1 fight, and they won't win it. It's just barely with a slice of health. Kalendor coming out on top. Oh, I just missed that replay. I was so enthralled in the play, I forgot to do replay on the replay on that one. I gotta note this stuff. Hang on, I'm gonna get a notepad. Week 2 has been something else. What was that? Round 3? Round 2. There was another 1v5 ace that happened yesterday that I couldn't catch in a replay either, and I already got that. I already actually downloaded that footage, so I'm cutting clips, people. You might have seen it. Shorts are coming out, and we've got a premiere for week 1 highlights. 7.5-minute video of pure highlights of all the games played in week 1. I'm gonna try and do that for every week. Splurge catches 2, and in comes the Perseverance offense. Ooh, a nice nade over the top. And inside, Wild Memes will scoop up a couple. Big Man finds the double with the nade. And in the chaos on a site, the defense set up nicely as that rifle gets scooped up by Wild Memes. Kalendor cloaked and tucked into the corner, and Memes looking for the shots. They won't find him. It's going to be the 1v1 on objective. Big Man with the pistol. Kalendor with the Vezin. And Kalendor clutching it up for the team. Oh, a little celebratory dance. Off of clutching that round. Perseverance up 4-0. Not to discredit their solid teamwork, but Complexity are down a player. Relying on that bot to be of any use to them, it's not something you want to rely on. But let's look at the kills. Cut out Daniel off the bottom there. Can't really, though, because it's 4 kills. You know, that's 600, 700 credits into the hands of the enemy because they have that bot, with no credits going into their pockets. In comparison, seeing a pretty good amount of kills. I mean, almost an even amount of kills from Complexity. We've had 2 1v1s in the last 2 rounds. So they're right in there fighting for this. I mean, there's no easy rounds for Perseverance. Despite the 4v5, this has been a tough, hard-fought 4 rounds for them. They've won them, granted, and they are going into now a 4-game win streak, 4-round win streak. A site opened up. Kalendor will swing and look for some action, but not find what they're looking for. Daniel goes down, and on the back end, chaos unfolds. Static Emitter is blocking Kalendor and Baker. They lose 2, and behind the smoke, Ninja will grab a rifle, rotate off. Energy has dropped back or not pushed in quite yet with the rest of the team, and so the split is split. Baker catches a kill on the other side as the Kalendor-Baker duo has worked inside of the objective room. Maybe they're going to try and reunite with Energy, who's holding out over at B end. 3v3 though. Keeping it close. Everyone has rifles, and Baker will find a kill. Ninja trying to push out. Kalimdor finds one, and the final one doesn't get locked in. Double shot still survives. 1v2, though, as EMP goes down. Kalimdor there, uses the active camo, finds the kill they need. And that's round 5. Just a round away. And Perseverance will take a 6-0 offensive start here on Ship. Worth noting, Ship, a new map into the season. In the preseason, Ship was not available, but I don't know that that really has much merit in this series because both these teams are new as of Season 1. So technically, Ship has always been here. Had a month off season between preseason and now, and so there's been plenty of time even for teams to practice this map. We're definitely seeing Perseverance showing that they know the layout of this one. They have some plays coordinated. They are definitely making it challenging and difficult. But Complexity really are fighting. That bot Daniel, not nothing, but really not obviously doing a whole lot. Again, pull up that scoreboard, you can see they're 0-5. They haven't miraculously caught a triple kill or defended the objective like we've seen in the past, and ultimately they're obviously not coordinated with the team. But I guess it is better than nothing. Gives you a little bit of information as Daniel goes down, and maybe knowledge that this team is here on a site. Static emitter getting shot from the hatch by Energy. And Splurge and Annie trying to push in under a hail of fire. Flash comes a little too late. They'll lose Splurge. Can't do a whole lot through the hatch, and there's a trip mine waiting. Kalimdor swings to catch one, and they'll reinforce this push. Ninja scoops up another on the back end. They do have a push coming through. Baker will find one. And the pinch is on. They've rotated off. Wild Memes now watching their flank as the rest of the team moves in from the front. Big man catches a big kill, a big double. Complexity might be able to put one on the board here. Baker doesn't have EMP, but does have it down right next to them. Wildman's gets identified, and Big Man's still a threat on the short corner. Minute 15, so a lot of time to work, and ultimately, as they try to peek out there, Big Man finds another kill. And a big round for Complexity, as Big Man will now be their kill leader off of that one. Yep, 10-5. Hitting the double digits. Very solid there. From the Complexity side, battling every bit of the way. Now, though, what do their attacks look like? Again, you have this bot Daniel that's not going to be with the team when you push. In some cases, it's even giving your opponent on the defense weapons because they'll invest in the guns when they shouldn't. Shouldn't is relative. An Omen can certainly be picked up in round 2. If anything, you'd want to take that from the bot so that you can use it as a defender. But we're not there yet. We're not into round 2. We're into round 1 of the reset of the swap. Technically round 7 of map 1. If you're just tuning in. So far, we've had a great back and forth. Pretty excited to see how this unfolds. 2 rounds away. Oh, and it looks like we didn't... Did I have the sides wrong the whole time? No, I do it. Okay, my side. My thing's wrong. Apologies. pick up from double shot there. It's a back and forth with the bot. Kalendor finds another, and a 1-2. No, does not connect. Ninja gets dinged as well. And Kalendor is close, fighting this defense. As Wild Memes tries to swing around, Energy is here to reinforce. Oh, and that shot from Ninja comes close to Kalendor. Energy's looking. Wild Memes on the short corner. They may swing for another. The ping's coming in. A-site opened up. Shots coming through, and a battle unfolding on site. Down goes one. Wild Memes and Ninja, the only two left for the Perseverance squad. Or excuse me, for the Complexity squad. Nice tag there. Perseverance down 2-2. A-site wide open, minute 20 on the clock. EMP down in front of Wild Memes. About to be picked up by Ninja. Push coming in. Splurge may peek out to catch one, but they'll catch bullets instead. Plant coming in, and a nice trip mine actually scoops up one. Ninja trying to stick it, but can't, and Energy will find a double tap to win the round. A trip mine finds the final kill, and I mean, maybe just moments away from the plant, but would have had to get alive and defend there regardless. A very close, and again, down to the wire, 1v1. This series definitely delivering on an exciting map one here on Ship, but at this rate, Perseverance just a round away from taking map one. I may try and reach out to Acer Infinity, see if we can jump onto their game after this one. Do a little reach out. Ooh, a big pickup there. The push coming in already. Complexity down two. Double shot able to find. No, not one. Wild Meme goes down. Annie letting loose, and in a quick moment, Complexity down to just two. Apologies for the Discord buttons there. I just realized that those are coming through. I'm deaf to them at some point. I was doing a little typing, trying to get the teams organized. Big man goes down. Annie finds another RCP kill. A little breaching foam and a pheasant. Maybe they can do some work. More blind fire, doing half the health of Wild Memes. They won't continue to push that, though. There's a static emitter blocking them, and Annie has rotated, likely hearing the footsteps of Wild Memes. No real easy path here into sight, but they have a minute. They don't have EMP. It's down on the other side of the ship. I dare not say the bow or the stern, for I do not know, but... Ooh, and Wild Memes connects. A nice headshot, but a slice of health and no syringe available. 35 seconds again, EMP down. They're going to rotate all the way around, and Energy is going to have to clutch up this 1v1. Just needs to put a bullet into Wild Memes here. Although I say that now, the health syringe on the floor does go into Wild Memes. That's a big health syringe. 14 seconds left. Have they picked up the EMP? And if they have, Energy really just needs to wait for it to go down because Wild Memes has to plant, and they can't do it in time. 1 second left. They're not going to be able to, and it's going to be map into the hands of Perseverance. A 7-1 opener for them. Definitely solid, but Complexity, we're down a player the entire first map. They fought hard, though. Again, you look at the KDs. Big Man 12-7, 8-6 from Wild Memes. They definitely did fight hard on ship, but a little bit more spread out on the kills there for Perseverance. 10-5, 8-3, 9-7. They had a few more standout shooters. And so map 1 goes their way. Go ahead and let the teams know they can fire up. Apologies again for the Discord beep. They've been given the notification, and we may jump into map 2 shortly. If we don't, it gives me a quick chance to shout out our sponsors coming together to provide us with over $8,600 in cash, hardware, and software. Those sponsors include Helga, the esports manager bot, ProTube VR, HyperX, and Triangle Factory. I think we're going to jump into the map here soon. So I don't know that I'll have time to get into all of them, but between rounds at the very least. Helga in particular, a new bot that we are happy to partner with, a new partnership that we've announced as of this week, week 2 here of Season 1. They've been added on as a sponsor. As we talked about in the early announcements, we're continuing to add new and more to that prize pool by adding in more sponsors, and this is definitely one of those new additions. Really happy to have them. It's a bot that helps you schedule and manage your team's scheduling with scrims and games. It also has a couple of like back-end statistics that it tracks on how you perform on certain maps against certain teams, and is a really cool tool that you can use to help with your scheduling. Again, that's Helga, the esports manager bot. I believe if you do !Helga, it should provide you the Discord link. If it doesn't, you can find it in our announcements channel in the Breachers Discord. HyperX, obviously, you see on cam coming in with the HyperX Cloud 2s and the Quadcast S that you're hearing me on now. They also do provide our other casters with casting kits, so you should be seeing the similar kit on the heads of Filibust and Martini in the coming weeks, once they get it. They also obviously provide prizing to our champions of first, second, third place in NA region. We also have a discount code that you can get 15% off if you use in the US. It is HXVRML23. That's enough sponsorships for now. We have a few more that we'll get into, but for now, in the pistol rounds, we are going to dive into this B site. Hatch is open, push comes in, Tom goes down, Kalendor ready to push in. Tom a bot. Kalendor gets tossed the bomb, but suffers big time for it. Shots coming in there. Do some big damage on the Kalendor. Wild Memes. Not on the top floor, but does find a kill. And in this 3v4 we have, it's two very low health players. Kalendor needs a syringe. They're not going to get it, and neither is Ninja. EMP is on the wall, but not planted yet. They have plenty of time to get down there and plant it. And Annie's going to open up. Annie X Pi YT. Okay. Going to open that up and get ready to poke in to a defense that's waiting for them. Elbows there. Nice swing from Big Man. The duo here working well to fend off Annie. Needs help from the rest of the team, and Kalendor has dropped into the pit of death. Energy hasn't rotated around to the backside yet, and Annie will find one before going down. B is open, but the EMP not in Energy's hands. Plenty of time left. Wild Memes will go down. A 1v2 on our hands, and Ninja has a slice of health, so almost a 1v1. It's just going to come down to if Energy can catch this next bullet. Ninja is getting eager to rotate, all about timing, and they will scoop up Ninja on the corner. One v one. This feels familiar. We've seen a lot of these today. And Perseverance will not be able to get the first round, and Complexity get at least one on the board. They did get one on the board at the end of the series last map. We'll have to see if they can get more than one here this afternoon. Strong opening, though, for... Oh, we got to swap sides. Dang it. Complexity, as they are up 1-7. 1-0, excuse me, for map 1. Lost 1-7 map 1 on ship. Up 1-0 map 2 here on factory. If you are just tuning in, that's where we sit on the stats. But I'm going to get ready for more replays because I am going to be cutting more highlight reels for VRML. We already came out with another short today. There's going to be another one tomorrow, and then the full video premiere also tomorrow, set for 4 p.m. PST. You can watch it live with a bunch of other folks, chat, watch the highlights. It's about a 7.5-minute video. But then after that, it will be forever on the YouTube channel, and you can watch it whenever you want. But yeah, it contains all of the clips, all of the highlights from us casting team in week 1 from all of the games. Not all of them. I've had to cut out a few. But a lot of good clips, I should say. Some clips aren't perfect. Hatch open here, and definitely a drop-down play planned onto the back of B, it seems. Normally, you'll see the teams push in from the bottom floor into this room, but instead, it's a little bit more of a safer route. I think there's a few more hatches available to them. They also can do something like this where Baker can rotate out and clear the stairs, and they can approach from that end, and so ultimately just not going the standard way from the bottom floor, but they do get here. B site set up for the breach. Spoilers will go down because there's been a little bit of an additional investment from Complexity, and Big Man has a fully equipped Vezin. Audio transmitter gives away the back flank. Energy goes down trying to get a nade off. And with B side open, Big Man does not feel safe where they were positioned, and as they drop back, they'll find one. Rest of the team is pushing in. They're going to look for more. Energy just around the corner. EMP goes down. Big Man blind firing through the wall. Does some good damage, but gets caught by Annie on the corner. Wild Memes here. Shuts down the plant, but can't shut down Kalendor. And on the short corner, Ninja will scoop up Annie. We're into a 1v1. Make it a 1v0. 2v0 as Tom. Oh my goodness. I eat the words. I eat them. Nom nom nom. I'm full. I'm full from my own words. I've eaten so much of them. as Bot Tom clutches the round with the RCP. Wow, that stings on the Perseverance Esports side. They're down 2-0 out the gate. And Complexity have a bot that clutches the round. Ooh. Ooh. Map 2, going the way of Complexity. But definitely going their way. We go to the top floor now. And I do wonder what kind of advance and we'll see from Energy. Maybe another non-standard one. We more often than not see teams preferring to enter in from these windows. Grab control of A. The hatch up top also pretty effective. The back window, a common entry point as well. Does look like, though, it is going to be an A-site push, or at least that's where they'll come in from. Won't find much contest either because the defense is tucked in and waiting. They've got a door blocker up. I can spring out of that. And he catches the bot. Getting a little aggressive, and Baker makes their way inside to the locker room on B. Foam goes down on A wall. Likely means they're going to open up both of them. There goes the other opening. That was actually on the hatch as the nade comes down through the hatch. Big Man finds a kill. Well, it was on the wall. Yeah, Big Man finds one through there. Double shot. Meanwhile, from the flank, catches another. Energy now wary of a attacking defender here. At the very least, should be in the rest of this offense. Gotta be a little bit worried as Calendor and Baker are all that's left. Make it just Calendor. Double shot and Wild Memes finding one kill apiece. And Calendor will get one. Needs two more. And I mean needs because they definitely want to clutch this round for their team. Try and get them on the board. The big buy round would be nice to put a dent in the Complexity economy. And if only Complexity could tap into the expert economic management of Tom, who has over 4,000 in credits. Could get the team a couple of rifles. Hopefully, though, Complexity won't need it. Or maybe not so much, as Calendor here is on the hunt. They hope to get rid of this duo. Wild Memes has the head peek out. Double shot on the other corner. No real room to work with. And the duo will come out on top. Complexity 3-0 on map 2. What's Tom's KD looking like this today? 1 and 2 from old Tom there. And, you know, in comparison, when we looked at Complexity when they were losing, I pointed out that they had at least 5 kills to the 10 of Perseverance. We now have Perseverance with 5 kills to the 15 or 14 of Complexity. A little bit more of a lead right now for Complexity going into this 4th round. And it means that Perseverance still aren't able to really buy heavily in, especially after a loss there. Not able to take any of the investment back into this round. Yeah, it really does sting. Their economy is just in a bad spot right now. And at one time, they're only able to ever get 2 to 3 at top Vezins into the team's hands. Oh, and Big Man on the corner almost goes down. Calendor nearly has a headshot and nearly starts things off nicely for Perseverance. If they find Big Man there, it means they can enter in through that window, and they can't get big man. Annie up top, rest of the team trying to figure out how they want to get into this A site, it seems. They got 2 minutes, so they have some time to work with. The consensus seems to be, though, to not push in from the hatch and try something a little bit different. Gets rid of the door blockers so that Twin can't spring out there, but they don't see them on that short corner, and Energy might be battling them soon. And here comes the A-site push. Double shots tucked in. They're waiting to spring up, and they won't need to as Big Man finds a double there. We see double shot pop out, and Complexity completely dominate the defensive set. 4-0 and 5 alive. Even Tom survives the defensive hold. Gets that KD rolling. Still 1 and 2 with 1 defend. Tom defused. Tom defused the round they clutched. Man, that's a 1-2 punch. That's maybe the only thing the bot is good for. I do believe it diffuses pretty quick. An acceptable diffusal rate. And I gotta be honest, I think the bots that I have seen clutch, they're 1 for 1 on getting the defuse, so. That's the real hidden strat. Dominate with 4 and have 1 bot do your dirty work. I don't know. Either way, though, we could be headed to a map 3 at this rate. I did reach out to Acer and Infinity. A lot of folks wanted to see that game cast, and I think I might jump on that one after this. They may, depending on how quick this series goes, they may end up starting theirs before we can jump into it. Either way, though, we will be hopping in and catching the good portion of that series at the very least. I say that, though, knowing, not anticipating that we could be here for several more rounds. This is just the first half. And while it's certainly going Complexity's way, with Perseverance losing 1 early again, do an aggressive rotation to the bottom floor. And now Ninja catches Annie by peeking out the window. Yeah, Perseverance not in a good spot, but A site not heavily defended. They just have a couple holding things down, ultimately holding the important angles. And after things got opened up, we see a few more defenders here. Double shot trying to rotate around for a flank. Tom finally gets aggressive and goes into the action and will die for their aggression. Big Man and Energy, and a nade comes in. Doesn't catch Energy or Calendar completely, but does good damage and allows Big Man to find that kill. Now Calendar alone in a 1v2. Perseverance having a hard time on Factory up against this Complexity team. Fortunate that trip mine didn't catch him. Don't think they would have killed him, but it certainly would have done some damage. And the defense tucks in. Big Man waiting. EMP does get scooped up. So it could be a B-site rotation, which I think Kalendor considers. The real thing about B-site, though, is you just need one door blocker to prevent this push or the swing from being available. It's likely there, but Kalendor wouldn't know unless they check, and it doesn't seem like they're going to check. If anything, they're going to eco. Interesting. Yeah, they're going to try and save the rifle for round 6. They just want to get a attacking round on the board before they swap sides. That's probably the best choice. Yeah, really is. I think that's going to give their team finally, well, I think regardless they would have had enough. Well, no, they wouldn't have. But it gives their team enough to buy into, I think, 5 rifles. Or just 4? Yeah. Close. But only 4 rifles able to get picked up, so still not a full buy. I don't think we've seen a full buy from Perseverance in this map. Maybe map 3, but again, I still don't think they had it there either because they committed into round 2. Complexity are in control. 11-2 for big man. That's a very, these guys are just not dying. Since we've last checked the scoreboard, which was round 2, only 2 more kills have been added from Perseverance. That's tough. That is some tough rounds in a row right there for Perseverance. They need to persevere through that challenge as Tom will peek out. Ninja will also go down. I think that was Ninja that got picked up there. And big man on the short corner. Is Splur's going to swing it. Energy just there, looking for any action. Static emitter down, going to slow things up, but doesn't slow the bullets of Annie. They'll catch big man in the back corner. Door blocker here, and ultimately AESIR in the control of Perseverance. They're looking very good on their push, and they actually may be able to get this offensive round that they were looking for. Double shot at least gets 1. Gets 2. Two left for Perseverance. And only 1 for Complexity as Kalendor flies through, finds the kill, and Perseverance do put 1 on the board. They're not done yet. We very well may see a complete reversal here. They will need 6 rounds in a row, though, to lock in the series. That's no easy task. But that's what they're looking for. 6 in a row. Otherwise, if they tie, then we are headed to map 3 to decide the series. Just checking up on the... the info yet for that matchup. Ooh, and I will be able to do betting soon. Not today, but I'll be able to enable that. You can bet your channel points when I'm casting soon at TM. Baker here. Kalendor actually shutting down the backside, it seems. AESIR gets open. Big man catches 1. A nice refrag from Energy. In comes the push from Ninja. They'll scoop up Annie on objective, and there's the plant. Complexity, excuse me, yeah, Complexity coming in good on the attack. But Perseverance and Baker on the back end are pinching this defense in. Baker will be outside and catches a kill, but not before they go down to Ninja, not before Energy finds the refrag. Perseverance on the board with their first defensive round, the pistol set going their way, and this is how they needed to start it. Obviously, they need to win every single round from here on out. 6 in a row in this back half is what they're looking for. And that's 1 of 6. Perseverance definitely. I don't know if this is part of the plan to kind of try and obviously not. You just don't want to be in this position ever where you have to win 6 in a row, but they had, again, at least start off strong, and we're seeing big investments coming in. A Vezin, a Cadillo, and an Oral from the Perseverance defense. Tom also investing in that Oral. Aural. A-U-R-I. You tell me. A-U-R-I-L. Aural. I don't know. Complexity, though, down a player to still have this lead is impressive. They played some very good, solid defense. I would say Factory out of all the maps kind of enables the 4-player defense more than anything. Kalendor is going to catch the bot. Can't get too excited there. It's pretty much that'll be a consistent. That 1 kill will always come in early because the bot does not push in smart. And Energy has tucked into a off-meta corner. They could easily swing out, spring their trap on this offense. They may not need to, though. The current offense doing well to fend off this push through A site. Energy did get bitten there and definitely low on health. Kalendor comes in with the Cadillo, catches 1, can't get 2. Over the top, finds another from Energy. And Ninja is alone in a 1v4. They'll get pinched by Energy from the side. And Perseverance take number 2 in dominant fashion. They'll have full control of the economy going in to round 9. And Complexity will full buy, but let's look at the kills. Yeah, we're starting to see Perseverance come alive. Energy 10 and 5. And we may see here really that bot starting to impact the Complexity team and their ability. Not counting them out just yet. They put on a solid defensive set here on Factory. They definitely understand the map and how to defend it. And if you know how to defend it, you know how to push it. So I do expect some good solid plays here from Complexity. Either way, though, Perseverance have put out a solid defense the last 2 rounds. And now with the full economy and guns of their choice, definitely going to be no easier than it was the last few rounds for this Complexity offense. Drone work coming in from double shot to confirm defensive positions. Kalendor will catch Tom out early. And Baker's positioned up here to do some damage. They've already given away their position, and so now it's a fight. The fight that they want is Ninja. Nearly goes down. They're going to back off. Rotate potentially over to the stairs and reconnect with the team. Like I said, that bot likely going to be dead early every round, and it was Kalendor that caught the bot early. And it's Kalendor who's reinforcing Baker up here on this top floor. Two players prioritizing the upper floor, rightfully so, because they do want to advance through this doorway and shut down Big Man and Ninja, setting up for the drop down. Wild Memes was on the stairwell waiting, but as they drop, Kalendor and Baker are going to push, and Kalendor will catch two. Are they going to be ready for Baker? They're not. Baker will find an unaware Wild Memes who, after getting the call out that they killed the top floor individual, had assumed it was clear. Baker, though, still here, and ultimately Big Man and Ninja not going to stick around in the corner. Big Man catches a big kill, puts them into a 3v2 as a Cadillo comes in and connects. Ninja over the top gets rid of the on-site defense, and it's down to Splurge and Energy to hold down the A site. Ninja and Big Man with slices of a half HP, both pushing in. EMP in the hand of Big Man. Vulnerable to a nade here, Splurge and Energy. Lucky there's no grenades coming down through the hatch. But the EMP does get planted. It does stick. And they're going to go up that hatch and defend. Then they might not get it in time. A nice pickup there. Big Man going to find Splurge from upstairs. And Energy maybe now aware of what the plan is. 1v1. EMP down, needs to be defused. I'm not sure why Energy is shooting their own static emitter, because they can walk over it and not be affected. But in the chaos of the moment, maybe not knowing that. And they're going to look for the kill. They are not going to challenge the EMP. And they can't keep waiting around. They have to push out. There's not going to be enough time to defuse it. And even when they push, it's Complexity that catches the round. We're headed to map 3. That's just the way it is. I'll have to go ahead and notify the teams. And hopefully they're watching, so at the very least they're also aware already. But let's go ahead and do this. 6-3 Complexity looking to lock in this second map and push us to that map 3 decider. We're already going to the map 3 decider regardless, because the tie is the best that this Perseverance team can do on defense. And already in the battle, Splurge catches one. Tom goes down, the bot, no surprise, not being terribly effective. And it's going to be another A setup for the rest of the 3 left alive for Complexity. Ooh, and this entry is going to be tough. I don't know how Big Man goes down, and I don't know how... Where's Baker pushing them in from? I do not know. But they found 2 kills before they could push in, and Ninja vaults in and vaults out. Perseverance want to take this the distance. Trying to push this 6-6. things are starting to heat up a little bit. I think Ninja is saving. This round for complexity. And if they aren't, then it's a rotation all the way around to make their way into B. Which does have Annie there and now doesn't. Ninja with 28 seconds left. Might just take that kill and again save or eco, or could work to the hatch, try and push down. Where is the defense? Energy just around the corner waiting. Waiting to hear those footsteps. And as they tuck into the corner, they'll catch the kill. Perseverance. 2 rounds away from tying. And Complexity are, at this point, thankful that they managed to at least get that 6th point. It's such a rough start for the Perseverance team on the attack. Complexity really doing a good job of defending. Even down a player doing a good job. No easy task. Tom has managed to buy into I don't think I've ever seen Tom or a bot buy a Vezin. But it's got one. And I'm sure the rest of Complexity are just hoping that Tom goes down somewhere nearby. Oh, and actually they kill him. Yeah, Ninja kills Tom because of the the Vezin they bought. And I guess that's a bot actually doing something good for the team for once. A rarity, I feel like. Albeit we've seen Tom clutch and now provide his squad with the only rifle they have. Oh, a nice 1-2 tap for Ninja. And that's a rifle in the Ninja's hand. And Complexity, this is the round if there ever was one. 2 rifles in their control off of a otherwise eco round. The 0 to hero run for the Complexity squad is looking good right now. Static emitter blocking entry into B site. The audio cue, maybe even enough to just have the shift go over and away from that static emitter. Nades into A, energy tucks in, doesn't get hit. And Big Man has to clear out several defenders nearby at A site. They don't have to do it alone though, they've got the full squad, and he'll catch one. Could have swung, held the trigger, maybe caught more, but that RCP doesn't have infinite ammo. A nice nade toss there does get wild memes, and just like that, Complexity lose their advantage. Energy finds another in double shot. Alone in a 1v3, and it looks like maybe a connection issue for the Perseverance side as they lose a player. And I think double shot's going to be saving here. Yeah, they're going to try and hold on to this rifle so that they can go into this final round and try and win the map instead of tie it. The real disadvantage of the tie here is if they also were to then tie map 3, the win would go to Perseverance, because they won map 1. And so if they tie map 2 and 3, Perseverance win. So it gives them a few more options. And ultimately, Perseverance are just a round away from doing just that. Otherwise, if they are able to lock in a round 7 map win here, or round 12, excuse me, map win, then that option means that they tie this. If they tie map 3, they tie the series, instead of having it go to Perseverance. We got bots on both sides at this point. Not ideal. I think we'll stick around for the series decider. But again, we are going to jump over to Acer versus Infinity after this. Big Man finds the first kill. Battle of bots could unfold here soon, and Complexity just want to grab one more round in the second map. Big Man watching for the flank. It's been an effective tool deployed on them so far, I think. So they want that to be out of the question. Splurge swings the corner quickly and will go down. 1 for 1. And unfortunately, a bot still left alive for Complexity. So maybe, or fortunately, I don't know. They're good at defusing. On the backside. Looks like Big Man could be looking to drop into B, but A is open. Ooh, that's a nice pickup by Big Man. Annie on objective, and A site really kind of opened up now. Static emitter does get picked up. Wild Memes goes down to Baker. The 1v1 on site between Big Man and Baker is up next, and Baker will win it. The 6v6 on map 1. Oh, man. I see Athens in chat. I sound a bit down tonight. Well, I lose a little bit of excitement when there's bots playing the game instead of actual players. And when it's 4 versus 4, you know, it's my time too at some point, you know. And if I can, I'd prefer to cast a 5 versus 5. That's just kind of how it is. I'd rather have teams that are going to be able to fill their full rosters, kind of getting shown off on cast. But I understand that can be a pretty dang hard challenge sometimes. That's why we have the reservist role, so you can dip into that reservist pool, bring in a sub if you need to. If you don't want to join a team, then you can be a reservist, and when teams need to have players, they can reach out to that pool, and then you can join. Reservists have their own rank, and so it kind of helps helps on the filling those slots effectively if you are looking to get that 5th player in the lobby. But otherwise, yeah, it's for me, it's kind of a bummer that we have the 4v4 instead of a 5 versus 5. But still, fun maps 1 and 2. And I'm not sure if we're going into a timeout or a lobby reset. I will find out. Yeah, and it looks like we're into a 10-minute break. Anyway, we'll figure this out. I believe we're going into a break. 10-minute timeout here coming in from the team. So everyone popping off their headsets and charging as they should. And I'm trying to decide if we're going to stick around for the 3rd map here or move on to the the Athens versus, what is it? Let me double check on which game it is. Acer versus Infinity. I knew it was an A. Acer versus Infinity, which is starting or has started about 10 minutes ago. I don't know. We'll decide. But quickly shout out the sponsors again. Helga, the esports manager, Bot, ProTube, VR, HyperX, and Triangle Factory, all supporting the Breachers to offer up that 8,500 plus in cash and hardware and software for our champions. We do appreciate that from them. We're going to go to a brief break while I sort this, and when we come back, more Breachers either way. So don't go anywhere. Either a series decider or a fresh one coming up. while we wait, we can hop into the Acer versus Infinity match, which is live right now. Acer up 3-0. I'm not going to reset the overall scores just yet. Well, we can. We'll have to do it after this scene, I think. But Acer up 3-0 on map 1. And I just caught the tail end of the last round, and it looked like, oh, it looks like we have a, oh, that's my fault. Hold on. I gotta get my face off the screen here. Oh, I can do this. There we go. Just in time for the kill to come through. That's my fault. And Determined Fear catching several outs on outside of A. I was fumbling with my controls as I tried to reset some score lines. I do apologize. But it looks like we are getting into round 5 now, and Acer in full control, up 4-0 out the gate. I'm just trying to make sure that I have everything right here, but yeah. Acer and Infinity definitely going one way right now on Hideout. We'll focus up here for round number 5 and try and catch the action, but Determined Fear scooping up a triple kill that last round, definitely a good way to go. They are going to be the first one to be in the action, most likely at the start of this round, considering their position at the doorway. I gotta wonder if the Infinity team will be ready. And the nade does come out and chunks down a good portion of Evil Jester's health. Lynx wants to peek in and look for the kills, and as the audio transmitter goes out, they'll find one, but not more. Tech 9 will peek out to shut that down. And Evil Jester, VR Koopa, the rest of the team trying to work in through what is a lot of utility. A static emitter, a nade. Ninja Tim in the smoke will find one. And on the other side, the rest of the team will scoop up and clear out Taquito and Tech 9. And so it leaves Acer Red alone on the defense in a 1v3 now as they push off the on-objective entry. Find a nice connection there, 1v2. Blind Fire almost connects onto Tim. Instead, they get tagged a bit themselves, punished for giving away their position with that Blind Fire. Almost gets caught by the headshot there. Ninja Tim nearly gets them. Last bullet of the clip scoops up a little bit more damage onto Red, but they still survive. Half HP, pop up for GTZ. Ninja on the short corner will push and shut that down, and Infinity will put one on. EMP plant, does it get stuck? They have plenty of time. It does. More cash into the team's pockets. 2 survivors, 2 rifles carried on, and an EMP plant. That's a big reversal in economy and a chance for the likes of Infinity to fight in this map. And I know that the we got to update the title at this point to say. That's annoying. Acer and Infinity. But Complexity and Perseverance. An exciting 7-1 start to the series, but ultimately a 5v4 the whole way down until it turned into a 4v4. Second map tied 6-6. We might jump in and pop in depending on how this map unfolds, into that third map to finish off the series. But they went into a timeout, and I'd rather cast a full 5v5, which we're into now. Top teams battling it out, a highly voted match, and we managed to get the tail end of the first half of map 1. A lot of people assumed Infinity would have a tough match on their hands this afternoon, and they certainly have so far. Nice nade comes in deep, an immolation on top of an emitter. Definitely a double overkill, but they do get rid of that static emitter with a nade of their own. Taquito blind fires through a wall to catch one. And Determined Fear is going to push in looking for more. They won't find it. Taquito will, though. Shuts down. God, that's good teamwork from Determined Fear and Taquito, for Taquito to be there to back them up. Determined Fear continuing to apply pressure on this corner, and it just is not easy for Infinity to work in. This has been a great strategy for Acer until they lose their lead attackers like that. Ninja Tim finds one. Hotline out in a aggressive position at risk of going down or finding kills of their own. Ninja Tim in a 1v4 now is getting pinched and will catch Hotline, but not before the rest of the team is at their back, and Acer in a dominating defensive 6th set go up 5-1. And Infinity have 2 rounds to battle with. Or it's going to be Acer taking map 1 7-1, much like we saw in the other series. Yeah, I see that. I see the title has to be. Yes, of course. It's because this is a doubleheader. We started today with Complexity versus Perseverance. We've already been live for an hour and a half. And now we're jumping into a whole nother game. You're lucky that I'm around and that I want to cast. That's what it comes down to. I think at this point I can't even change the title. No, I can. Sure, why not? I'll do everything. I'll do everything because you guys want it. There. Now you're not confused anymore. Nades coming in. We got to focus on the round ahead of us as Koopa shuts down a breach. Acer looking to barrel through into the objective space, but they do get shut down by a bit of utility. They try and get the utility back at the enemy team through that hole in the wall, but can't, and Koopa will stay peeking and leaning around the corner for anyone to work their way through that hole in the wall, and for a head to peek out. A nice angle on the Tech 9 there. Acer only left with 3 now. Make it 2 as Red goes down trying to retreat. Hotline's going to go up next into the battle. They'll find one. Taquito still on that second floor. Hasn't been able to impact the play just yet, and so Hotline will be alone in the 1v3 until Taquito does finally breach down. Evil Jester shuts that push from Taquito down, though, and Hotline's alone in a 1v2, although Evil Jester has 1 HP, and Lynx is going to get aggressive to find the kill they need. Infinity, they got 3 alive on their pistol round and are starting things off strong. Yeah. I think we're going to probably, I mean, at this rate, we're going to end up sticking around for this whole map. And I think we'll just stay here on this series. Appreciate everyone that is tuning in, though, and has enjoyed the action so far. If you were here for Perseverance versus... I already forgot who who they were going up against. Complexity. I do appreciate you for stopping by, but I think we are just going to stick around onto this series. Not terribly interested in casting a 4v4 with bots in the game, so it's alright. Like we said, we got 3 maps ahead of us here. This is just the beginning. Or it could be the end, depending on how this Infinity squad defend, or how this Acer team attacks, rather, as they have that 5-2 lead and just need 2 more rounds. A battle for the B wall as a nade comes up and over. Trip mines save Lynx. They baited Determined Fear into that corner knowing that they were going to be safe and that forced push would have to come. They're fortunate they didn't get killed while they tossed the immolation over the top. But a very nice hold there from Lynx and a lot of utility ultimately at the end of the day coming in there. 2 rifle buys coming in for the on-objective defense, and yeah, this is looking very solid from the Infinity side. Acer not going to have an easy entry point, especially with just the pistols that they got. They'll syringe to Ninja Tim. They'll stay full health, and Red will find a double tap on the Evil Jester. A big pickup, getting one of the 2 rifles. And on A site, undefended, we have an EMP plant go down. Hotline manages to get out, and not before a couple more kills come through. Red will go down after planting, but Hotline and Tech9 are ready and waiting as Ninja Tim tries to push in to catch the back of Tech9. They just missed Tech9, and they'll continue to pursue them until they do find that kill, and now Hotline alone in a 1v3. Challenging the defense, no less. Knows that he just has to buy a certain amount of time and can't do it with the Vezin in their face. Ninja Tim clutches up, and Infinity are going to go 3-5. Another good series that we're jumping into here this afternoon. We've had a lot of really solid back and forths at the, especially with the teams out of the preseason. Weeks 1 and 2, giving us a lot of good, you know, full. I mean, we almost had a. I was looking at one matchup that was both teams nearly played out every round in all 3 maps that they played in their first game. Let's see if this this page is working for us with this matchup. It is indeed. Infinity, interesting, losing their first map, their first series of the season, and Acer winning it. They lost it though. Again, 12 rounds, 11 rounds. So that means that they played all of the rounds on Hideout and almost all of them on Factory. And here we are on Hideout again, and Infinity is battling. So it's not really too crazy. Garage undefended, gonna mean that they're gonna be able to swing in, open up both B doorways, and well, Infinity don't seem to be too terribly surprised that this play could come in. If anything, they're allowing it because they're not defending in the garage, and Evil Jester gets away from a well-tossed nade. Ninja Tim in a tough spot tries to get a nade themselves out through the hole, but can't. Back's determined off for a moment, and Ninja will stay tucked in, waiting to bite the ankles of Determined, and instead, they'll get their head bit by Determined Fear. Tech9 catches Lynx, and This could be the round for the Acer squad on offense as they barrel through the B site defense and leaves just Evil Jester and VR Koopa alone to try and fix this dilemma that they're in. Red just misses Koopa there, but Koopa doesn't miss Red. They know they're one more there on the corner, and Hotline does back off. Garage being challenged, and Evil Jester needs to pinch in. They do, but Determined Fear will vault up, find the kill, so will Hotline. Acer taking this first map into a tie point or win. Infinity definitely fighting back, but will that be enough? Big question on the mind. Take a look at the active scores for the afternoon so far. A good spread on both ends. 9-8, 9-5, 7-8, 6-7, 6-6. Both teams finding the kills, but Acer really just came in strong in these early rounds. They dominated 1, 2, and 3. There was not a lot of kills coming in from Infinity, and then round 4, we half caught a triple kill coming in there from Determined Fear, and now Acer a round away from taking map 1, 7-3. Infinity, definitely not their ideal start to Season 1. But it's not over until it's over. They could certainly tie this map. They went 12 rounds again on a hideout last time they played it. Koopa goes down. A site being pushed in. Utility and nades flowing through. Ninja Tim catches Red with the trip mine. Interesting enough. Tech 9 tries to fly through, but finds the entire team waiting for them in that corner, and now everyone retakes onto A. Will it be successful? Determined goes down. Taquito tries to fend things off, but can't. They can't stick the plant either, so that cast doesn't go into their pockets, and a nice win for the Infinity team. That one will sting the Acer economy just a touch. Red has to go with the Taurus. No, opts for the Spectral. But will not be able to get that full rifle buy. In comparison, neither will Infinity. If anything, no, full rifle buy for full rifle buy, so we're evenly matched, and that's again what that scoreboard reflects. Everyone very close in kills. Determined jumping into the double digits, 10 and 9, but so is VR Koopa, 4 and 10. I didn't mean to burn you like that, but it's just observation. All the utility coming in here. The second to last round before we go to map 2. Acer wants to win this one. Want to take this 7, at least 7-4. Or at least 7-5, excuse me. Certainly they'd like to grab it here, 7-4, but Infinity really have been fighting. Good utility placement as well with door blockers, static emitters, trip mines, early nades, audio transmitter, everything coming in to give them the info they need. Evil Jester kicking things off with an early kill to give them the kill lead they need. Acer still haven't made their way in yet. And they've already lost one. And B seems to be the preferred play as the tired defense stacks up. Hotline catches one on that bottom floor. Might peek out into the basement as well. They'll finally open this up. And the kill leader, Determined Fear, will grab the EMP. I think a extra utility, yeah, nade as well. And considering challenging in here. That's nicely tossed to Ninja Tim. Does catch them out. EMP able to be planted on the corner. And Determined will put it down. Lynx doesn't push until it's baited. Then they push, they do, but they'll go down. And it's up to GTZ in a 1v4. Acer with the EMP planted. Looking to lock this map 1 W in 7-4. It's going to be an incredibly hard retake for GTZ. With the way that it's planted, they have 4 defenders all positioned outside where essentially GTZ can't go. Oh, except for Determined, who pushes in to find the kill. And Acer lock in map 1. 7-4, hard fought. Infinity tried to mount their defensive comeback and couldn't. Oh, and I forgot to do this. Take us to here, well, where you'll see replays from Complexity versus Perseverance, the first match that we tuned into this afternoon. And eventually some replays for Infinity versus Acer from what we captured in a hideout on map 1. Map 2, where do we go, is the big question. I don't know that they're waiting on me, but if they are, I'm going to ping them and let them know. Not seeing anyone dropping out. And unless they take a charging break, we could be jumping into map 2 shortly. We did talk about a couple of our sponsors, but we have not chatted about ProTube VR, a fantastic sponsor. They offer stocks that help stabilize your aim in-game. You put your controllers into these cups. They have magnets on the bottom that attach into the stock that stabilizes against your shoulder. It really does help stabilize your aim in any VR shooter. And you can get a discount on your purchase if you use code ILOVEVRML. That's all capitals, code ILOVEVRML. If you forget the code, you can do !ProTube in chat, and it'll give you that information again. But we really do appreciate ProTube supporting the VRML and the league. And also a big shout out to Triangle Factory. They're coming in and providing us with an in-game VRML gun skin. More information is going to be coming out on that shortly. We're working on the details as we speak. And we're really excited about having that in-game. But then also contributing into the cash prize pool. And so a big shout out to Triangle Factory. We really do appreciate their support. And a big shout out to the teams competing this afternoon. Infinity and Acer here, jumping into map 2, ready to go. Acer in the lead, looking to lock in the series by starting on the attack. Infinity trying to get their footing here in this series, starting on defense on Factory. Nice nade from GTZ. Will catch run on the top, or actually on the back. Determined catches another, but they're a bit out of sync, and Lynx will shut down too. Koopa gets rid of the last pusher on B, and Taquito, who's on the top floor alone, tries to find a pick through the hatch and can't. Opens up the other one, drops down, and tries to get aggressive. Catches 1 kill. On the hunt for more, it's GTZ and the trio trying to get rid of this final pistol defender, and there's the teamwork they needed to do just that. Infinity will put up a solid defensive round 1. Pistol in their control, and unlike we saw on Hideout, Factory, and the attacking round, a little bit more challenging for the Acer team. Granted, we didn't catch that first round of map 1, but it is the Acer squad at an early disadvantage. Shout out the sponsors. Shout out some folks in chat. Shaquille been in here since the start. Sleepy GZ, Sauce Man, Sixer, Silent Voice, Retalker. Appreciate you all chatting and hanging out. I do these casts for folks like you that enjoy watching them, so I appreciate you stopping in. Had a lot of positive feedback from the community as well on the cast, and I really appreciate that. I don't think I say that enough, but I get a lot of really nice remarks from the folks at home, and I really do try and let everybody know that does give those to me, that I really do appreciate them, and sometimes I miss it, but I really do appreciate all of the support for the cast we've been getting. Not just me, the whole casting team, really. It is a team effort, that's for dang sure. Just like the game of Breachers is a team effort, and Determined Fear going down early puts the team of Acer into an early 4v5 disadvantage. Ninja Tim and Evil Jester tucked into the stairs. What is their play? Likely waiting for any kind of entry, but if they wait too long, they could get flanked. Red and Taquito are already here. Hotline's inside, and Ninja Tim and Evil Jester, they could spring a trap or be sprung on. It all depends on how this Acer team moves. A nice nade from Hotline will open up the entry, and as they come down, Jester scoops up one. On stairs, now notified, and Red, maybe considering pushing, shouldn't, because there's two trip mines waiting for them on the first set of stairs. Red's going to hear those, and they'll destroy one. Does enable them to poke, and as they peek, the pinch comes in. Taquito called out the swing, and damage done to them from the trip mine. Ninja fending things off. Tech 9 ultimately finds themselves in a 1v3, and Infinity are looking to go up 2-0 on map 2. Drops down, fights Ninja, to no success. Three alive, 3 rifles, all coming off of round 2. Acer, well, they'll be able to full buy, but their economy is not going to look nearly as strong as this Infinity team going into this 3rd round. They have enough for several rounds to buy into rifles here. They're safe all the way into round 6, essentially. Not going to be any easy ones for Acer. They're always going to be going up against a kitted squad now. Or at the, I mean, this round, the next round, and I think the round after. No matter what they do, win or lose, they should have enough. Regardless, it is Infinity in control here on map 2. Nice bounce back from a tough start on Hideout, and maybe that was just a rough start for them. I do apologize. Some people can kind of get a little bit they are restless, I suppose, as players, and they'll just do circles. It's not ideal for us as spectators to be kind of tuning into that and get you dizzy. And sometimes I don't notice it until I start to get dizzy, so apologies there. A side open, though, hatch at least. A little scan work being done, and they're running into static emitters and identifying several defenders. Evil Jester in particular here did get pinged. With so much cash, they got to be worried about extra utility like trip mines, and a nice toss there will get the static emitter and enable Tech 9 to fly the corner. A beautiful play. A 1-2 punch, so to speak, and we swing over to the inside locker rooms as Determined Fear and Red try to push in. Red catches GTZ. Determined Fear finds, goes down to Lynx. And we're into a 1v3 just like that. Red alone. Ninja Tim reinforcing all 3 of the Infinity squad here, and they're not going to allow any room for Acer to wiggle. 3-0. 3 rifles getting carried on to the next round. And again, more great feedback from chat. I appreciate you. Peaches, Shiloh, not on you. Oh man, that one threw me off. Customer moments is what I was thinking, but customer moments is what it is. I appreciate those kind words. It really does. It keeps me going sometimes, you know. I like to take. I really will screenshot that and put it into a file I have. That, you know. Sometimes when things are tough, or I'm wondering if it's worth putting in all these hours to casting, I go back and I dip into my file. I read some positive feedback and kind of remember. You can get lost in a sea of a lot of feedback. Sometimes lost in a sea of positive feedback, and so it's really something I like to do. And again, I really do appreciate those positive words. So enough of that, though. And back to the action we go. Ninja Tim, Evil Jester both here. And Ninja getting aggressive, trying to disrupt any sort of B presence that they could set up for. That similar disruptive effect coming in from Lynx, GTZ, and the entirety of this team. Just trying to throw off, catch, get a pick, just like Evil Jester does, but they give away their position. They'll go down to Determined Fear, a 1-for-1. Rifle gets picked up by Lynx, and so everyone on defense will be equipped. And the 4v4 underway. I know I said I don't like to tune into 4v4s, and thankfully we're not. It's a 4v3. B site wide open. Ninja Tim swinging around to reinforce. No one inside just yet, though. And I was going to say B wall hasn't even been opened up yet, but finally they do open up B. Lynx swaps rifles to get more ammo. They were putting a lot of rounds through that wall. And now with Determined Fear catching Ninja, it's a 2v4. Not ideal for this defense. What is the offensive play here? Oh, it's going to be Tech9 and the team pinching in. Now on just the lone defender, Lynx with a rifle in hand catches one. Oh, the trip mine actually got one. Oh, and this is a great rotation onto A. They may catch the back of Taquito. This whole offense confused as to what's happened, and I don't think Lynx necessarily knows that Taquito is around the corner. And an interesting rotation. Puts the EMP in their sights. But there's 3 defenders, so there's 3 potential spots that they could spring out from as soon as a defuse is baited. They need this kill onto red here, and they will get it. Starts things off. They identify another defender. And Lynx is just trying to methodically clear out this defense and defuse the EMP. The bait's going to come in. Oh, they're going to stick one. No, they couldn't even stick one before Taquito and Tech9 put rounds downrange, and Acer finally put one on the board. Ooh, we're into it. Take a look at the scores. 4-7 for map 1 going to Acer. 3-1 map 2 going to Infinity, but you know, that one round can be enough. That can be a wedge into a lead where Acer, when we swap sides, can put up 6 in a row. Take the second map, take the series in 2 quick maps. Trying to see any interesting stats there. Nothing really standing out. Oh, I suppose except for Lynx, who's 5-1. That definitely is pretty good. That was definitely pretty good for a league match. And an assist. Can't forget about that. What is the play for the Acer offense? Set up on that hatch. Reds finally made their way in. The flash will go out. The push comes in, and that flash onto Koopa allows Tech9 to fly down that hatch play and find the kill. A great push for Acer. Pings flying in from Lynx. They need support from the team. Determined Fear is here to defend and fend off any sort of aggressor. They get GTZ. Where's the rest of the Infinity team? Determined Fear is ready for them as they tuck into the back corner, and they're not there. They're pushing in through the locker room. A nice nade coming up and over forces Red out, and the plant does go down. Determined Fear does find the kill, and Acer do claw their way back into this series on a big round 5. Puts them in a very good position on economy for this final buy, where they'll be able to fully commit in. In comparison, we're getting a partial buy for the Infinity defense. That's how big of a swing they've managed to score here on the economy in these last 2 rounds. And now, Determined Fear kind of standing out there out of that last round. That was a big one. They go up 7-4 overall. Lynx 8-2. And I'm going to take a moment to hydrate. Such a good voice. Well, the quality of the voice comes in from the HyperAccess. Quadcast has multiple functionality, multi-RGB. Round 6. After this, we swap sides, and Acer defend. And they are obviously looking to push this 3-3. Ooh, Koopa tries to catch Taquito, who swung through the window. A smart choice to swing instead of just push through it. Made them push in a little bit quicker. And while this is happening, Lynx on the backside, unaware that there's a battle unfolding. They're instead concerned about Red trying to advance through the window, trusting in the team to catch the kills behind them, which they do. But not before losing one more, and now it's a 2v3. Hotline and Red alone outside. Oh, and wow, they're fortunate that Lynx backed off the angle. Otherwise, that was essentially what Lynx was waiting for. More nades get thrown their way, and what a snapshot from Red. A beautiful tap onto the head of Lynx, who was waiting on the stairs. They do a little damage. They can, you get that crosshair sound, that connection sound when you connect through a wall. Players literally will guide their shots off of that sound. Little distraction wall over onto A. And they're splitting this defense nicely. But Infinity is splitting nicely. Both GTZ and Ninja defending their respective objectives. The thing is that Ninja may not be able to prevent a plant unless they get aggressive here. There's 1, 2, 3. Sticks it just before Ninja peeks to find the kill. Now Hotline has to fend off this push. They get one. They get the double. And they tie round 6, 3-3. A big 1-2 punch coming in from Hotline as we swap sides. This Infinity team is not in a comfortable position. Dead even. Has to put up 3 attacking rounds at least themselves if they want to advance to map 3. They need at least 3 rounds. If they don't, then we're done with this series, and Acer lock it up in 2. I think that you may have kind of assumed that based off of how map 1 went. But Infinity came back in the back half of map 1, so I don't know. You know, again, I'm not counting anyone out early here, and These two teams, experienced, knowledgeable, especially with these maps. They know them. We're not talking about ship where there's maybe some unknowns or some unfamiliarity or a lack of experience. We're talking about maps that they already have played several times over in the preseason and even before that in other leagues. So there's a lot of experience coming in to some degree with these preseason teams. And both Acer and Infinity are indeed that. Teams coming in from the preseason. Albeit roster swaps and changes likely have happened. I admittedly have not paid close enough attention to know the complete roster swaps and changes for these teams. But we're also into the second week, so cut me some slack, okay? Koopa tries to push stairs, shuts down by Determined Fear. There's more here, though, and Determined, they're going to be ready for that. Evil Jester, GTZ, a nice distraction from the Frome with GTZ there. Completely pulls the defense off the stairs and allows Evil Jester and GTZ to rotate down. Ninja flies through the hatch. A nice toss of the foam to Lynx. And this team is operating as a unit, trying to push in. A nice nade there, ends up on the stairs, catches no one. Determined scoops up another kill. Lynx with a slice of health here on the corner, goes down to Red, and Red scoops up a triple on the back end. There's 1, 2, 3 on the stairs for Red. A big clutch play there. And Acer, well, 4 in a row. 4 in a row. Infinity have not had a round in their pocket since the 3 they scored at the start of this series. Actually, I think it was... Oh, maybe not 4 in a row. Because let me think. It was 2-1. 3-1. I think it was 3-1. Yeah. 3 in a row. That's not as cool. 3 in a row, though. Still pretty good for the Acer squad. And now the first time on map 2, they're in the lead. 3 more rounds to go, and they take the series. And we see a familiar face jumping in here. Shiloh stopping by. They've had the fortunate, the fortune of being broadcast several times, I believe, on VRML. So have both these teams, technically, but lots of folks curious to see how these top squads are competing early in the season. As am I, but I also am interested in the new ones. I want to give everyone a little bit of that showcase shine. And Determined Fear trying to shine today. Tech9 flies through an immolation. Gets punished with the flash and ultimately only gets 1 kill. And fortunate that Moore didn't go down. A cartoon scene there is Hotline and Determined both peek the corner of a doorway, and in the chaos, Red scoops up a double. Jester tries to get the rifle on the floor, but a nade gets thrown by Hotline, and Acer come out with 3 rifles. Just 2? Just 2. 2 rifles, and a 4th round in a row. Back to the basement we head. Infinity on the defense. Excuse me, on the attack. Gosh, I get those. I don't know why. I don't even think in Onward the blue team is the defending team. But I really have been getting that mixed up in my mind often. Maybe it's because the right is. Maybe that's it. Maybe right's defending and left's attacking in Onward. I don't know. I come from 14 seasons of Onward broadcasting. A preseason of Breachers, and now 1 week of Season 1. And so I still have some old habits that die hard, I suppose. We're also going to get, I believe, some great updates to the caster tool in the near future. Once those come in, we're going to see a lot, even better coverage. We're going to be able to move around the map a lot easier. Going to be able to go to the action a lot easier. We made some good recommendations that have been heard by the dev team of Triangle Factory, and I'm really excited when those get implemented, what we're going to be able to do, because it's going to improve. We're going to catch a lot more, which will be great. That's exactly what we want. So hats off again to Triangle Factory. They've been so fantastic from start to now. Not finished. We got plenty of weeks left of Season 1, but from start to now, they've been a great dev team to work with. They're very focused on bringing esports to the community, and Tech9's focused on delivering that nade to their opponent. Red catches Lynx. Determined there, fighting, and Infinity are not gating an inch on this entry to objective. They can't even get inside. They're getting threatened by windows. They're concerned about second floor pushes. There's 5 windows they have to worry about here on this side alone, and they've already been punished out of several of them. Determined Fear baiting with their hands, and they'll go down to Red, who pops out the bottom floor window and finds a kill. GTZ and Ninja, they can't even get through the doorway because there's defenders here battling them, and there's still a minute and a half of this round. 5 alive for Acer, completely in control. Their momentum, oof, it is really in Acer's hands right now. And Infinity maybe feeling a lot like that first map where they just didn't have as strong a chance of coming out on top. I see Dolphin in here crying in chat. I believe one of the players for the Infinity squad. Yeah, they are definitely getting challenged here this afternoon, and that's the beauty of the VRML. No matter how good you are going to be matched up against teams that are of similar skill level. And Infinity definitely running into a tough challenge with Acer here. They're even going to be ecoing here in round 9. That means that they're gonna let this one go, which means the best they can do for map 2 is tie, which means the best they can do in the series is tie, because if they win map 3, then they'll tie the series. So this is a big decision that they're making right now. It's a round either way, but it's a big round because it really does set them up to only tie the whole series. Momentum, if you realize that as a team, that can hurt you. And so, man, there is... Wow. Oh, and Red catches Ninja, so that... Oh, no! Oh, the eco doesn't even work for Infinity because they lose one more. They don't even get the double eco. They only get to hold on to one rifle. Oh, that's just mean, Acer. That's just mean. Punishing this team for staying in the same spot. I mean, why not move to a different outdoor position? There's like a lot. But they stay there and they do get punished for it. Red commits to a last. I mean, that's when you're going to catch the team relaxing, slacking. Oh, wow. They just didn't see that one coming. And neither did I. I didn't even catch it on the cams, I don't think. Crazy. Acer in control. Economy in their favor. Partial buy coming in from Infinity, but it's everything they got because they need to spend it all. They have no room to wiggle. They have no room to relax. A site's going to be where they got to work through. But unlike previous rounds where we've seen this site littered with defensive utility, we almost see none of that coming in from Acer. Almost inviting the Infinity offense to push into A. Audio transmitter goes out. A nice nade to the back. Catches Taquito with a big chunk of health. And as the Determined pops out, they get identified. Ninja, I thought was going to try and plant, but I don't think they had EMP. And a smoke on the window prevents anyone from peeking. A nade or two come through. They chunk down Ninja a bit. Jester a bit, but the second nade doesn't connect, and as the smoke starts to dissipate, the push comes in, and chaos unfolds on objective side. An immolation nade and so much gunfire from Acer that they'll lock up the round, lock in the series in 2, and that's that. Acer putting on a clean 1-2 punch against Infinity. And Infinity, they'll be hurting after this one. Their second loss of Season 1. Again, not the ideal start to their season, but it's fine. There's 13 weeks, 14 weeks of regular season play. There's a lot of time to climb that ladder, which is the ultimate goal of these teams, to get into the top 8 region so that they can compete for that 8,500 plus in cash and prizing, which comes from our sponsors that include Helga, the esports manager bot, helps you organize your and schedule your matches and scrims with other teams, on top of giving you additional bonus stats that help you analyze where you succeed and where you need to work. We also are sponsored by HyperX with the fantastic Quadcast S, the Cloud 2s, and a variety of other products, the keyboard, mice. They provided this kit to me, but I've had it for years now, literally, and it has always been high quality, always been a good product line, and I'm always happy to shout them out. They just released the Cloud earbuds, which connect Bluetooth to your phone and wirelessly to your computer with a touch of a button. Another great product. I really do like the HyperX product line, and they're easy to endorse. So a big shout out to HyperX right here. And ProTube VR. With that code ILOVEVRML, you can get a discount at checkout on your ProTube. It'll help stabilize your aim in game. It's a stock that you aim onto your shoulder. Has cups that are magnets that attach to the bottom of it. Really cool device. And, of course, Triangle Factory, providing us with a in-game gun skin. More details about that skin are coming soon, TM. We're working on them as we speak. And also, they're contributing into the prize pool. Again, over $8,500 in cash, hardware, and software. Lifetime subscriptions to the Helga bot for first and second place in the EU and NA for team captains. And so, again, a lot on the line that these teams are ultimately competing for. And I really do appreciate everyone stopping in for the doubleheader this afternoon. A solid 2+ hours of Breachers, which I do love. And again, hats off to everyone stopping by. Please do tune in tomorrow, 4 p.m. PST. We are premiering Week 1 highlights. It's a 7.5-minute video filled with all of the clips from Week 1. Some of them edited, slowed down, sped back. It's a really cool, I don't know, I like it. But we're going to be doing more of this probably, right now the cadence, I'm thinking Saturday, Sunday, Monday, we put out some shorts that are kind of getting you ready for then that Monday weekly clip highlight reel, so to speak, that'll have clips from all of the games. So keep your eyes peeled for that. Make sure you're watching that tomorrow. We'll have a short come out at 2 and the highlight reel video premiere on the YouTube channel at 4 p.m. PST. So you can watch it with the other folks and enjoy the clips. That'll be it from me here this afternoon, though. My name is Nightfire with 2 E's. Thank you all for tuning in. Until next time, stay classy. VRML is brought to you by Triangle Factory, HyperX, ProTube VR. Thanks for watching VRML.